Action. Oh, hell no, I'm doing this. I ain't doing it.
Do it.
Someone do it.
Right.
Happy New Year! Welcome to 2021, episode 30 of the DeezQuibs podcast.
Yes, sir.
We are not the hosts.
Nope.
Yes. Welcome to 2021, gentlemen. Welcome to the episode 30. Like I said before, we are day 4 in 2021. Day four.
Nothing's changed, man. I thought once the year goes up one digit, everything's supposed to change. We still have COVID.
I thought like every New Year starts, you're supposed to respond as a different person.
Yeah.
How come I'm still the same? What the hell, man?
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys: do you guys have any New Year's resolutions for this year? It's okay if you don't. I don't.
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't. Well, if you mean as in goals, I have goals, but not resolutions.
Something for this upcoming year.
Nah, I mean, what I've noticed in the past, for some reason, every beginning of the year, the first 2 weeks, the gyms are always packed.
That's true.
Well, but the real question is, why?
Wait, who's Jim and why is he so packed?
Because you can pack a cock in your mouth.
All right, going back to the gym. Slim. That's a good question. Why do you guys think like after 2 weeks the gyms go back to normal? Why?
I think it's because like people give up like 2 weeks in, because like it doesn't only take like three weeks for something to become a habit. No.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
What's that?
I feel like sometimes people give in too easily too. Sometimes.
I think it's that, and I think I don't know for sure because there's probably a lot of other factors to it, but maybe it's hard. It's just hard.
Yeah.
Like during it, you're just not used to it. You can't just like immediately go start. You have to kind of like work yourself to it. Like I think people that and the thought of like having too early of expectations. You know, like if you want to go to fitness, like that's like a year or longer commitment. Like that's a whole thing you have to change.
No, you hit it right on the money. I think people just naturally, I think they think too ahead. And what I mean by that is, for the gym example, like at the end of this year, I'm gonna start going to the gym every day. So that idea in itself feels good to think about, because in the future you see yourself like becoming this fit dude. Like you see yourself in the future becoming this goal that you want. And I think when it actually enters like the present and you were to do it now, I think that's when they realize like it's a lot of hard work and you got to actually do it.
Shit isn't easy. Fuck, it's not easy.
I think it's like when you plan something with your friends like a week ahead, and then the day it is, you're like,
yeah. It's like the concept of like thinking about it, planning it out is like it sounds fun, but then like actually doing it, it's like it's a pain in the ass, I guess.
It's like this. Do you guys feel like the days leading up to Christmas is better than the actual Christmas day?
Yeah.
Actually, low key.
Think about it. The days before Christmas, you see everyone,
they're getting hyped up. They're getting hyped up.
It's festive. It's like a festive
every radio station. Like you feel the Christmas vibe, like coming. Then when Christmas Day comes, it's literally just your family, same old like family party. Not to gas it down or gas it up too much, but like it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I think for New Year's resolution, I saw this YouTube video. So I don't know like the credibility to it, but they said that when measuring motivation, like how a person feels motivated, it usually does just last 2 weeks. So that's why when you're building a habit, it takes 3 weeks, because that last third week is when you're operating on no motivation and you're just doing it out of like sheer will. So
they're doing it just to do it, basically.
Yeah. So for people who go to the gym in the beginning of the year as their New Year's resolution, of the first 2 weeks, they're going off motivation. Like, I'm doing this. I'm really doing it. And after 2 weeks, that's when they're like, I can have a cheeseburger here and there.
Oh, that's when they start like cheat days, man.
Coke turns to burrito. The burrito, after eating a burrito, you're so bloated and like, I'll go to the gym tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes. I'll go on the weekend.
It's also the
2-pack. I ain't gonna go.
That mentality, man.
It's also that you're like, all right, I'm gonna wake up early. They always do that, like wake up early and do it. But then when you're like, you wake up, you're like, I don't want to fuck. You like,
dude, that's relatable. Not gonna lie, it's so relatable.
That's true. See, before you know it, it's December again. You're like, you know what? Next year, in the beginning of the year, I'm going to the gym, and it becomes a whole cycle.
But I would recommend people to not considering the time. COVID. I think. Well, there's two things that they always say, like it helps prevent it, but I don't know. I'm not scientifically in that.
Well, go to the gym?
Yeah, I've heard like you need exercise.
Well, I think just fitness just always means well-being. So, but I think the correlation with COVID, I don't think.
Oh, like fitness, cock in your mouth.
I was waiting for that, Omar. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to the gym for 2 weeks. Yes, going back on this topic, I think something sad that I've learned 3 years of college.
It's because you fall for it so easily. That's the one.
We talking about fitness, of course.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Keep going.
So going back to what I was saying. So sadly, after 4 years of college, I don't think I ever figured out how to not procrastinate. I think every semester I've always felt like I'm behind in my classes. This next coming test, I'm fucked. Like I feel like obviously I do things to help it. Like I do study and I prepare for tests. But I think 4 years of college, I don't think I ever felt like I wasn't procrastinating. I don't know if you guys can relate, but that's just
I think I had that feeling as soon as I got to like university. I didn't have that feeling in community. Like in community, I felt like I was on top of stuff, and then there was like a day where I could just do nothing. But then I knew like there's more assignments coming that weren't like assigned yet. But like as soon as I got to university, no matter how much I like studied or did homework, I knew I was like I don't feel like this is enough. Like I'm not like there's always something. Like I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah, that's factual. Same here. I hate like when you're doing something and like when you're playing games or you're doing anything that's like not like school related, and then it hits you like right away. I'm like, oh fuck, this is due in 10 minutes.
Yeah, see, you gotta hustle. You gotta hustle. Fucking, it's tragic, sir.
Hey, dude, I gotta ask you that though. Since you're graduated, do you miss deadlines? Yes, no.
I mean, he still has deadlines at work, right? Like,
oh well, I mean,
I have soft deadlines at work, but in terms of school deadlines and like studying for finals, I'm glad I don't gotta go through that shit anymore. But being on this side of the graduate side, you're gonna miss it because I think those days of stressing out and the boring parts of college, like being in class, I think those are actually like the most memorable. Like when I look back, those are like obviously in the heat of the moment, I'm like, fuck this, dude. Well, I want to go home early. I want to skip class. But when you're all done with it, when you look back at it, you're just like, oh, that happened.
You're like, I miss class. I miss that. Is it you miss the class or you miss being in that atmosphere? Probably.
I think both.
You miss being in class.
If I were to be in class right now, I'm gonna still be bored, like the fuck, bored out of my mind. But just having it, just knowing that it's done, it just obviously I'm gonna look back and like just be nostalgic about it. That's why I think with you guys, I think you should enjoy it while it lasts, because when it's done, it's done.
Yes, I'm gonna enjoy all that stress.
I feel like work deadlines are much more like scarier. No,
is it scarier than having a job?
Well, like no, but don't like some like doesn't your job have like a deadline too? No, like deadlines for like certain things. No.
Yeah, I think because you know how in school, if you work in a group project, there's always that kid who doesn't like do anything.
Shit.
It still gets the A. So I'm
that's like, the same thing at work.
because we're all getting paid now. You have to do something, and if you don't, honestly, even if you don't do anything, you still get paid.
It's the same. Same
idea.
I think, to be honest, to be 100% honest, I think It's about the same. It's just you get paid to do it.
I think it probably may depend on the job you have. Probably, maybe. I don't.
Yeah, I think no, because okay, Subway, you can literally not do anything and still get paid. But obviously, when you're you're doing like IT work. If there's projects, obviously you're getting paid to work, so you're gonna have to work. But compared to like school is just I think it's just made to be very stressful because well, I'm speaking from my major. Like, remember, it's very technical. So
What's your major?
you're expected to like not understand a lot of things, especially when it comes for the test. So that's why I feel like it gets stressful. But big picture wise, I think it just shapes you. It builds character, and that's just what I could take away from it.
If I could know what that background noise is, Ryan.
Ryan's got family.
Oh, that's my nieces. They're all going wild right now.
And that's the thing I think I wish I implemented when I was in college, but I know it was impossible given like our circumstances. But I think the true way to really be good at college is to actually like it's gonna sound cliche, but actually study and work on it every day. Obviously, there's days when you don't want to do it. There's a lot of days every day you don't want to do it.
Yeah, no one does.
But if you really think about it, if you do it every day, when a test comes, it's not a surprise, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing, because we're young college kids who are like still learning, and that way, given the circumstances.
I mean, there are a lot of you can't lump everybody to not study. Like I studied, and I had that feeling like in college, like everything is like nothing.
But
you gotta study enough. You can't lump every college student to be like not wanting. It's like damn.
No, that's true.
Because there are some who are just like focused. Like everybody has at least like 10 people in the class, like 5 to 10 that are just like what's that called? Like tunnel vision. Like they just know what the fuck they want to do. Like they just study.
So I guess you hit on the money.
You're just not one of those people. I'm sorry to tell you this. You're just not one.
I got a bachelor's.
Yeah.
Bachelor's can't take that away from me. Call me anything you want. Don't forget to call me a bachelor. You gotta say call me anything you want. Don't forget to call me a champion. So I got a bachelor. Call me whatever you want. Call me bitch. But I got a bachelor. Can't take that. All right, moving on. So the next thing I want to ask you guys, why do you think most New Year's resolutions, why do you think, I know we talk about like people not sticking with it, but the people who do stick with it, what like causes them to be successful?
Organization?
I would say like time management, organization, like a lot of other factors as well.
Like?
Probably.
I don't know. Fucking definitely motivation.
I think
that's like it becomes a habit too.
Y'all procrastinating.
No, I think the thing is, I feel like you don't have to start on the first. I don't get why there's so many people that just wait on the first. You could start today, anytime. I don't know why it's always the first, or they always say like I'm gonna start next week. I'm gonna start tomorrow. Just go. Just
do it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying you the trick to it is to focus on it now, like in the present.
Yeah, don't wait till it becomes like a. Because then of course you're gonna get to that point, like I said earlier, like you're gonna be like, oh fuck, why did I start?
You can choose not to do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So with what you're saying, do you guys honestly feel that students are too hard on themselves? Obviously, you're speaking from your own perspective, but just that idea. Do you think most college kids or just students in general, do you think they're hard on themselves?
Or yeah,
I'd say so.
Not enough.
Not enough. What? No, I think every student's too hard on themselves, and I think it's because the professors make it seem like whatever grade you get, it's like the end of the world, and even parent pressure. A lot of external. And then internal too, because you don't want to fail. You don't want to feel dumb, and so I think it's a lot of that.
No, yeah, it's true.
But then when you get to work, they're like, the grades, your GPA doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just like no matter if you do the actual work or not, right?
Mm-hmm. So my next question is: do you guys think this is an issue that students are hard on themselves because of the students' parents, or do you think it's just the nature of school? Because a lot of times, you know, how you like you'll ask a kid like, "Why are you why are you doing this major?" A lot of times, they're gonna tell you, "I'm doing it for my parents." You guys are in college for your parents, right? So do you think like because of parental pressure, students become hard on themselves?
Well, like I said, there's different factors. It's not parental. It's also like
Like half and half, I'd say. So that like parental and like
parental, social pressure, because you see on your friends on like social media, like they're in college and like
they're doing their
like shit.
striving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing all this, and you're not. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta get into college. I got accepted here.
It's very
then,
like it's such like a competitive environment too, the way I see it. Because like you see someone else like doing real well on the internet, and it's like you think to yourself like, maybe I could be on a level too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so going off what you guys just said, so do you think?
Why does it seem like an interview? Why don't you answer some of the questions yourself?
What was the question?
you asked.
Well, someone's gonna ask me. I don't ask myself. That's weird.
But answer that. Give off an answer.
Answer to what? Why are kids hard?
Why are you a bitch? Give me
All right, go. Okay, to answer my question, I think you guys are right that obviously you got to factor in everything. But me personally, and just I do think parental pressure does because a lot of kids who that I've known who like don't have a good relationship with their parents, they don't even go off to college, or they go to college but eventually drop out. So I think the people who do have somewhat of a pressure coming from their parents to like do good in school, you automatically can see like they're hard on themselves. And the easier way to see that is like they're stressing about school, they're stressing about things that not even school, just stressing about little stuff that they shouldn't be. For example, like drama with friends. Maybe this guy said something, and the reason that affects them is because they're so stressed in total from school and everything that it bleeds to other things.
Yeah, but I feel like once you get to college, that shouldn't be really like a problem. Like you got to grow up. Like I know I don't say that like a lot. Just grow up.
Absolutely.
Drama with friends. Like, come on, what is this? High school? Come
adults.
on.
But sadly, even after college,
yeah, adults on it. I know.
Uh-huh. But I feel like going back to finish off what I'm saying, the idea that I'm talking about is I think people are so stressed in about everything, you see it bleed into other parts of their lives. Then me personally, I think parental. Obviously, you don't want to blame everything on your parents.
Yeah.
But like I said, for me, I got my degree from my parents. So I think like people who are in my shoes can hopefully.
Could it be also like a stereotype thing? Like a.
I think no, yeah, you're right about
pressure?
that. Well, you can see the just Asian cultures. You see how like the Koreans, Chinese, Japanese, they want to make them do like get into the medical field or be an engineer. And then Filipinos, it's majority of the time it's nursing
or doctors.
Or be all of the above.
And then I think it could be like the first one to be in college pressure, like the first immigrant, like the first, second generation, like you're the only one to be in college, that kind of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's that too.
So there's always. Do you see how there's always like some sort of pressure?
So what I'm saying is Ryan has the most pressure on him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, look, he got Kobe and LeBron.
Yeah.
Background.
Yup.
Yeah,
these two are my pressures right here. Two of them, also my pressures.
It's pressure, sir. Mm-hmm. So Okay, so I want to tie this back to the very first thing I asked you guys about the New Year's resolution. So do you think people make New Year's resolutions because they put too much pressure on themselves to change?
I don't think that's the same. Like I don't think those correlate.
You think they just want to change out of pure like will? There's like for example, so if someone wants to go to the gym, obviously they might feel like they're out of shape, or they might feel like too fat. So that's why they're putting pressure on themselves to lose weight.
I'm not too smart to answer that. Ryan, go.
Repeat one more time, Dina.
I'm tying in the pressure to make you do something. Like, do you think people who make New Year's resolutions, do you think that's because they're putting too much pressure on themselves to change? Or do you think it's just out of sheer will to just
I want to say it's half and half. Because sometimes I feel like people that say they want to change, half the time they're just saying it out of their ass. That's kind of what I've noticed, at least. And then like once like those 2 weeks come in, like they just like give up, basically. But then for those that actually like fully commit to it, like you said, I mean, the pressure for them, it just like after that point, the pressure isn't even there anymore. You're just like doing what they want to do in the gym. You know, they actually like fully commit to like that goal, like of like trying to like be swole, lose weight, fix their diet, that type of deal.
So you're saying it's beyond the pressure.
I would say it's beyond pressure. I mean, sometimes you feel like once you reach a certain level, the pressure isn't even there anymore. You're just doing it like it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know, because I don't think it's like a pressure to lose weight. I don't know. Maybe unless you're getting bagged on it by your friends or like family to like.
I'm talking about self pressure. Like they do it to.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. What do you think?
I think a little bit of both. I feel like because me personally, when I wanted to lose weight, I think I feel like I did have some friends who do call me out.
That was me.
At the same time too, because part of me too was I told myself like, what's the definition of change, and what's like how can I experience it? So that's why when I went on my weight loss journey, that's like I can say I was putting pressure on myself.
Yeah, but that was funny though, because you were like big and you're like, look at my muscle, and I was like, that's not a muscle, dog.
Well, hey, I lost 30 pounds, so.
But that just shows you fat shaming works, which you should do more. More people should do that.
That's true. See, people on Twitter disagree. But I like you said that, Omar. So people who know me, I was fat shamed. And it led to me losing weight. So the fat shaming worked on me. But like you said, it depends on the person. So some people like take it personal and rather attack you than like lose the weight.
Yeah, but it's not good to be fat in society. You're eating all the food. Look how many people are starving in this world. Jesus.
Oh my God.
I'm not against fat people. I'm just saying, like.
Sounds like you are, sir.
I'm not. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like those who are, like, I don't get this whole encouraging of being, like, it's not good for your organs.
It's not.
You're gonna have diabetes. I don't get it.
She's like having a whole movement.
Isn't she trying to lose weight and then she got bagged on by her like fans or people?
I don't know if she tried to lose weight, but I just know she's promoting. She said her existence for living is to what's that word? To promote body positivity and promote like it's okay to be obese.
It's not okay to be obese.
It's not necessarily what she's doing.
Ain't no doctor gonna be like, yeah, sure, keep eating those fucking McDonald's fucking. Jesus.
Well, let's say that's what she's doing. So also, I want you to think about this. This is something that I was reading an article. So you know how with putting pressure on yourself, I said people need to live in the present. Like stop living in the future. That's when you realize when you're living in the present. That's when you see things as is.
When is the present though?
For example, you know how I said people who give up on their New Year's resolutions because they see themselves in the future, like I'm just skinny guy. But then when they really go to the gym and see the day-to-day grind, then sometimes they opt out, they give up.
Or they see themselves in the past like they used to be skinny. And then they're so disgruntled that they can't get to that.
Yeah, so that's another one. See how they're not living in the present. You're living in the how you used to be. So what I'm saying is shit. See, I lost my train of thought. See?
Yeah. So, all right, moving on to the next topic. Yeah.
Lost my train of thought.
Yeah. What were you even going with that? What like?
I was trying to tie in. I lost my train of thought. See, you once said Lizzo threw me off.
What?
I remember. So going back to living in the present. See, I lost my train of thought for a second. I'm back. So you know how you just said like a doctor would tell an obese person like this is bad because you're gonna get high blood pressure in the future. What's not to say that obese person tells the doctor like that's in the future. I want to live now and continues living the way they're living. Is that good or is that bad?
Well, I think a lot of people already do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When they're told by their, I think that becomes like your own choice. Yeah. Okay, fine, but don't come when you lose your leg from diabetes, you fucking fat fuck.
Oh my God.
I'm not. I'm just saying. It's good to eat it. It's good as long. Here's how to lose weight. You eat under 2,000 calories and you eat what you want. Like that actually, kind of. I guess that kind of works. I don't know if there's a study.
Someone's gonna like raise their hand like, "Excuse me, sir. That's super."
Like that's how somebody who's done it who's eating just like Twinkies is that they were eating Twinkies, but they were eating it under like 2,000. Obviously, your body's still not gonna look,
Yeah,
but you're gonna lose weight. Yeah, it's not nutritious, but
Yeah, I did read that same study too.
Yeah,
We also ate Oreos and Twinkies. Basically, all the like sugary sweets.
And yeah, as long as it's under
like 50 pounds.
Yeah, because you can eat what you want as long as you don't fucking gorge it in.
That's like, the best part, though. When you got
that's not the best part.
That's not the best part, dude. That's bad.
Fries, my God.
Dude, I don't know if you've ever had this when you were losing, but you ever go on like a good eating binge and then you try like one like fast food and you're like, like you try it again.
No, not a binge, but I think during when I was on my weight loss journey, I think in the first 2 weeks, that's when you really, really crave like the fast foods.
Yep.
But I think after the 2 weeks, it starts to get better. Like you kind of like you can control it. You know what I mean? Like you don't need it.
No, but then you eat it again. You're like, oh fuck, I ate this. I was eating this like the whole time.
Oh shit, I'm not like that. As soon as I taste it, I'm eating everything. That's why for me, I can't even take. I have to like expel everything.
Yeah, you need a thing called self-control. What the fuck?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. So when I went on that journey, it was about learning to control myself. So you can't learn to control yourself without first starting off with no control at all.
I don't recommend this. I feel like it's not. I feel like that's not. Again, everybody's body and brain works differently. So
it's true.
That works for you. That's not going to work for me or maybe Ryan. Maybe it does. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good for you. You have self-control, so you can try out different things without like breaking your goal. And for me, I have to be all in with the diet. As soon as I eat like a Cali burrito, I'm all out. Well, yeah, that's basically that's a good take on like New Year's resolutions. So I guess
no, what else has happened in the world?
We're literally 4 days in, nothing's happened.
I'm talking about the week. Jesus. Here's one thing I have a problem with NBA like analysis or like sports talks. Like I don't get why they do the hot takes every single day for basketball. I feel like you need to wait a whole week.
It's always LeBron.
They dig right LaMelo Ball right now, dude.
No, because if you went by the first day, you thought the Warriors sucked, and Curry couldn't do it. But then you go look to yesterday, and Curry scored 60. So you gotta wait a whole week. So you make an analysis. Like there should be a whole week buffer.
No, but that's the thing about sports. Like ESPN too, they like to make narratives. So I think that's why
they do.
Not gonna narratives is entertaining. Like not gonna lie.
But it's tiring, especially when all they talk about is just LeBron,
same people,
and Michael Jordan. Oh, is this guy the GOAT? Oh, this guy's gonna win MVP.
Think about this. Let's say the Nets play the Lakers and the Nets win. So on ESPN, the narration that they're pushing is that Kevin Durant wants it more than LeBron. When we both
that's
not the case. They're both getting paid to play basketball. That's literally all they're doing. No one wants it more. Like they both want it bad. They're just
all I'm saying is no one's I don't. No one's watching basketball now till the playoffs, so that's why they kind of need to build like a narrative.
But I feel like that's just, you know what? I feel like that's just human nature in general. Like if you go on Twitter, a lot of like toxic like people who are mad on Twitter, if you look into most of the things they're mad about, you can mostly find that it's a made up narration.
Like what? Like what's
An
some
example of this would be
like sports? Are you talking about sports or
I
like?
think just in general, like social media in general. There's a lot of people make like you said. You know how you said people compare you when you see on Instagram, you're comparing yourself to your friends.
I don't think I said that. I said about Jordan, but okay, Michael Jordan and LeBron. But
No, just
yeah,
go
go
back
ahead.
to the beginning of the podcast. You know how you said
Oh yeah, there. I
you go
remember.
on social media, you're comparing to like other people. So a good example of this is you yourself, you don't know it, but you're actually making a narration in your head. So when you see a post, let's say all of us are on Instagram, right? And we see like some dude having fun in the club, and all of us automatically in our heads we say like, "Yo, man, this guy's lit. He's having the time of his life." I
Oh,
want
if you
to be
see him
like that.
now in the club, like during COVID, I'd be like, oh, this dude's dumb as fuck.
No, but yeah, you know how you see on Instagram. But the reality of that post, what if that guy got punched in the face right after he took the photo and he had the shittiest day of his life? But we wouldn't know that because we just saw that picture on Instagram. We automatically assume the narration that he's having the time of his life. See what I mean?
I think, but why does that relate to the NBA though? We were talking about basketball.
I'm just saying it's human nature to create narration. So going back to the NBA,
or to create a story.
say Kevin Durant wants it more than LeBron James. Everyone can agree, like, yeah, he does want it more. But if you look at it, if you really look at the logic of it, of course, LeBron James wants to win. Kevin Durant wants to win.
Yeah, they're both competitive. It's a
Yeah,
sport.
no one wants it more than the other guy. They both want it just as bad. But the ESPN, they do a good job making it entertaining, pushing that.
A bit more dramatic too.
It's not really entertaining. It's more tiresome just hearing the same shit.
Yeah.
The hot takes and
LeBron James.
It's the same. It gets tiring. I can see why, like, Kevin Durant barely talks to the media, or like Kyrie, like just like
yeah, he called them Bonds.
Yeah, I could see why, because it's just the same. It's like they just want clicks. They're like whatever clickbaity.
Yeah, because they.
Like I could say Ryan is good, but like I could they'll spin something out. Like I remember they spin something that Aaron Rodgers said.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just said something. He was talking about the MVP. He was talking about something about the MVP, and he just like literally put like a little text that make him look like a narcissist. And then if you watch the whole video, it's like, oh, he's actually explaining like why he likes this or like something like that. I forgot what it was about.
Clickbait culture, man. Different breed.
But I also hate how like in the NBA or any sport, like in the draft, you have to hear the most sobbest story. So like,
oh god, dude,
you hear the most like this guy, he survived 2 gunshot wounds and his mother got shot in the head. When he's at the draft, like, come on, man.
It's entertaining. ESPN they see that as a cash grab, sir.
I know, it's because they're run by Disney. And what does Disney do? What do they sell? It makes sense.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah, have you guys seen the boxing match with Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, no, I didn't even know there was boxing. I didn't know.
Yeah, there was a boxing match I think 2 days ago. Well, Ryan Garcia, he's undefeated. He's a lightweight. And he's known like on Instagram. He has like 7 million followers. He puts all his workouts and everything. You know what's the narration they're pushing in the fight?
What?
He said, "Is this guy really a boxer or is he all Instagram?" And just the fact that the commentator said that is interesting because is he all just Instagram? So does that mean?
But wait, hold on. But has he bought like how many fights has he had before?
Oh, he's like 24-0.
What kind of question is that?
Yeah,
of course he's a boxer.
Ryan Garcia says
that's not even a. Why would you even question that? I would question it if he's like 14
or 14. Narrative to push
if he's 12, I know,
and
it's got me talking about it. They got me.
See, it's entertaining. So that's some people wanted to lose. A lot of people were Ryan Garcia was the favorite, so a lot of people wanted him to lose just because they want to push that narration that he's all Instagram.
Why do they want to move? What?
Because he's the what do you call it? He's the favorite to win.
So you want to win more money? That's why, right?
His last name's Campbell. He's the British dude.
Wait, I don't know how betting works. So if you're the favorite, you want the other thing to happen. So
if you're the favorite, and the underdog upsets you, I think it's a big payout because you don't expect it. You don't expect.
So it's just a fucking gambling thing. That's why. It's not because they don't think he's good or anything.
No, that's the thing too. People like boxers who analyze the fight before the fight even started. They're already saying that Ryan Garcia is he's the favorite. He's gonna win by knockout round.
Right.
So there's gonna be people that when they see this narrative, they're like, oh hell, now I want to lose.
So they're going against professional boxers who's analyzed the sport. That's the smart way to go.
Uh-huh. Well, the idea I'm just trying to push is basically false, made up narration. Whether you like it or not, it's entertaining.
But
that's why on Instagram, a lot of people they just see like the pictures. They judge the person by the picture. They're like, oh shit, this guy's having a time of his life. When in fact, no, he's going through like.
I mean, I don't really judge. I just go, oh, okay, and then I just keep scrolling past. I don't really go like, oh, what's he doing?
That's the thing. When you're scrolling, you do that without even knowing.
I just said what I said I do. I just like, oh, okay, cool, and then that's it.
Just say he scrolls down. Yeah.
Like you don't when you see a photo, you don't forget about it. Obviously,
I do forget about it.
You move on photo to photo, so you're not focused on it. But in the back of your head, it's stored in your memory trace.
I couldn't tell you any of the stories I saw today on Instagram, to be honest.
Yes, sir.
I think you're trying to say something that happens to you in your brain that you remember. You judge.
Yes. I think. Well,
is there still going to be an All-Star break for NBA?
No, it's just all season.
Oh shit.
Oh no, I think there's a break where the players get those days off, but there's no All-Star game.
No game. Is that the first time ever? I'm not an NBA.
Oh yeah, you're right. The first time there's no NBA All-Star game.
You know what? They should replace it. They should just have obviously they shouldn't have them play, but they should have them play like a 2K tournament or something like that.
They should have Damian Lillard sing.
It was virtual.
Or perform again.
And then a rap battle. Dame Lillard against who else raps in the NBA?
Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, there too. There you go. There's your rap battle.
I want to see.
Where this guy's analyzing like NBA point guards nowadays. He said Lonzo Ball and Damian Lillard are the only two-way players in the NBA. As in two-way can ball and can rap. Well, than that, yeah, it's as I see what's going on in the NBA.
I was going to say something else about the NBA. Like why I think a lot of people don't watch it.
Do you think it's you think you know how the bubble they're very political?
No, it's not because
a lot of politicians who criticize what they did, they are still holding the NBA to that.
No, because then you see
Senator what's his name? Not Ted Cruz.
Well, that guy's a fucking blobfish. No one gives a fuck what he says.
He said the NBA it's too political, so it's not fun to watch anymore.
Coming from Ted, okay. Why would anybody listen to Ted Cruz? First thing, why would he?
Sadly, there's people who there's people just like him who.
Isn't his dad the Zodiac killer or something like that? Something like that. Yeah, wasn't it something like? This is a meme. That's a meme.
True.
But I think the NBA doesn't do. It's because you can't find it on like local antenna TV. That's why. Mm-hmm. You have to have cable. You have to have the NBA League Pass.
Yeah.
If you get the NBA on NBC, CBS, Fox, I bet you'll get a lot of people watch.
Would you put on TNT?
That's cable though. What the fuck?
That is cable, yeah.
How many people have cable? People are cutting cable, so of course they're not going
to. Yeah, a lot of people are switching from like cable to streaming now. It's crazy. And even the streaming networks too don't even have like all the basketball games either. You have to pay like extra for the NBA TV or the League Pass.
That's true. If the NBA factors in Reddit streams, did viewership really go down? Because it's illegal. Because obviously you're not gonna factor it.
But also, there's probably because there's like obviously the NFL they only have your team only has one game a week, so it builds up. But then the NBA you have like a game like what every other day, like
Every other day.
So it's not that like obviously they're not gonna have that many viewership since it's like every day.
Mm-hmm. That's something going back to the view how they count viewership. All the boxing matches that I've watched, like the last 5, including Manny Pacquiao fights, have all been on stream.
You never paid for it or what?
No. The only time I paid for it was the last Pacquiao fight I paid for was because we couldn't find a stream for it. Like they did a good job hiding it.
Oh.
So we just decided, fuck it, we'll just pay for it. But then other than that, the past few times it's all been illegal streaming.
True. That's how you save money, man.
Yeah. That concept is so old. That's why pay-per-view. That concept is so old.
It's so like 2005, dude. Fuck.
Yeah. Imagine that paying for TV. Can't be me. When Reddit streams exist, see, people aren't smart, man. We live in a technological world.
Yeah, cable's becoming more obsolete as the days go. I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's starting to become because you have like Hulu, you have all these companies are making
HBO Max,
essentially
Stars.
cable. Essentially cable. They're making they're recreating.
It's gonna be
Someone said like
more streaming services.
Someone said like soon they're all gonna combine all those services into one thing, and it's gonna be called cable. Now you're back to square one.
That's true. That's gonna be the new cable.
Back to square one. Jesus.
But I think
it's true.
You know what these services gave the people that cable didn't?
What?
I think it's just the ability to choose what you want to watch. Like you want to watch a movie from the start. Versus they're only giving you to choose channels at a certain time frame, you know? Like you gotta watch SpongeBob at 10. What if I want to watch SpongeBob right now? So that's why I think
so the freedom of choosing what you want to watch.
Yeah.
But sometimes like I think I have Hulu, but like sometimes you don't watch anything because you're like, there's too many things to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck to watch.
Remember the word channel surfing used to exist?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to watch? I don't know. I'm gonna go channel surfing.
Yeah. Then you're like, ooh, but this one you're like, everything I want to watch is there, and I don't want to watch.
Now instead of when you ask what do you want to watch, you follow up with you want Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO, Hulu. You don't say let's channel surf. Find what we got. So
that is true.
That's what's going on, sirs.
Hey, did Netflix, Hulu, or Disney Plus increase their prices this year? I know Netflix did. I don't know about the other ones though.
Dude, I can't answer that because I don't pay for them.
Oh jeez, this guy he mooches off. Do you know the mooching?
Hey, they offered it to me. I'm not gonna say
mooching. Pay it yourself. You got a job. Mooching.
Yeah.
Well, why are you paying for the boxing match?
We got you there.
Why are you streaming the boxing match?
You're the one that's streaming it. I didn't stream it.
Let's keep it that way. Oh god. Oh, something I do like about streaming services that I like, because of Disney Plus, I'm able to relive a lot of movies that I watched when I was younger.
What movie? Which movie?
The other day I watched Up, and Up is different from watching it as a kid versus watching it like me now, just because you understand more like how life works. So I think I don't want to talk about the movie Up, but I want to talk about how because of the streaming service, I'm able to experience that basically. What
would you think was the difference? Like, was it like? Did you notice? Like,
it's funny you asked me that.
You're like, why would they show this to any kid? It's so dark.
I had this talk with my younger brother. Did you notice? Wait, because I don't want to talk about spoilers because I know that.
Don't talk about them.
The movie's been out for like 11 fucking years.
11 years.
Who gives a shit? If the movie's been out, let me tell you something. If the movie's been out for like a year or two, you can spoil it.
Okay, yeah, okay. This for our podcast listeners. I'm about to spoil Up. So if you have not seen the movie, this is the part where you click off.
So they clicked off earlier than that for sure.
click off right now. Okay, now going into your question. So I think as a kid, something I remember as a kid watching it was I was just really what's that word? I was enjoying like just the fiasco, what's going on. Like you remember the dogs? Like there's a bunch of dogs. Yeah, that shit's hilarious. And then I remember just them going on a blimp fighting the guy. Then now watching it as a quote unquote adult.
Yeah, good, very good quote. Yeah.
Yeah, so the first 8 minutes, or 15 minutes to be exact, it hits different because now you get to see how like like a whole life was lived in 10 minutes, and you get to see they go through ups and downs. You get to see a basically what was beautiful that I took away from it was the guy Carl. You see how this what I'm talking about right now is what I noticed as an adult, not as a kid. So he felt that like he failed his wife because her dream was to go to Venezuela, but and to go on the adventure of a lifetime, and then she died not ever going there. And then obviously I was like, oh shit! So he goes to Paradise Falls to like live what she always wanted to do. Then the scene that's better than that beginning scene was when he actually gets to the fall. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
He gets to the fall. Do you remember what he does? He finally sits down. Like basically, this is the goal. This is the big goal I've always wanted. So finally, when he gets there, he realizes. By the time he gets there, remember the kid Russell's unhappy because the bird is taken away and Doug's gone. So yeah, so basically, Carl got he was able to achieve the goal he always wanted to achieve. Then when he opens the adventure book, it turns out the adventure wasn't trying to go through the falls. It was actually the life that he lived with her. And me actually like just seeing them, like I cried when I saw that scene. It was just very well done. Like all this time he was trying to like in his head he was always trying to please the wife, and all this time she was already pleased. All this time just him being himself was like he if only he realized that, you know. So that as an adult I was like, oh shit, this is a kids movie. And then you remember him and his wife couldn't have a kid. So the ending oh something yeah, so going back to the movie when they're still in the woods, in the forest. What I like what Pixar did was they're talking to how Carl and Russell are talking about Russell's issues with his dad. His dad's not in his life. Like he always tells him, like me and my dad always get ice cream, and then he has a new wife, so he's never around anymore. So yeah, as obviously as a kid, I'm like, the fuck are they saying? But as like an adult, I'm like, oh shit,
it's different. Yeah.
Carl has no idea what Russell is going through, and vice versa. Russell doesn't know Carl is trying to please his wife, but they both coexist in the same world, and that's like what's beautiful. That adventure is really the adventure of a lifetime. And then the movie ends beautifully because you just see them spending time together. Like Russell has the dad, and Carl has the son that him and his wife could never have. So you just see everything about life comes full circle, and that's just like Pixar does it again, man.
I actually heard something about it that the first 9 minutes, it's actually supposed to be like it was actually supposed to be at the end, but I think it was going to be too like obviously it was going to suck like but I think that's why they moved it to the beginning. I don't know if I'm right about that.
Oh, that's interesting. Actually, yeah, it would make sense too because you know how you're always he's well technically because that's what sets up the movie. You know, remember that shows why he even ends up going there.
Yeah, true.
But I think even if you were to put that in the end, it still would make sense because you still went through.
I think it would have left you worse off. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
And also, yeah, what's beautiful about the ending of Up was remember the adventure his wife wanted was just living life with him. So I love how he realized this, like it's time to get rid of the house. So remember He lets it fly away. Then the house it ends up back at the falls where it was meant to be. So I thought that's just like the director for Pixar and like the screenwriters and all of them, they just did like a beautiful job. Damn, how did we go from talking about New Year resolutions to talking about Up?
From NBA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
sorry.
Still like a really good
that message is just so deep that I had to talk about it.
It's a deep movie though, all in itself, yeah.
Wally too. I think when you watch it as a kid, you're like, "Oh, look at the little robot there." The door, you're like,
"Yeah," but then like actually, like,
fuck that. That's pollution.
Yeah,
I need to watch Wally again this year.
Wally was good. I need to watch Soul.
Oh,
I need to watch Soul too.
I don't want to spoil it, but Soul is really good.
I heard Onward. Did you watch Onward?
I haven't seen Onward.
I heard it was really fun. Though.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pixar movies are always like they're masterpieces. Sometimes I think Shrek is Pixar, just because of how much of a masterpiece it was.
Did you really think Shrek was Pixar? Okay. I thought
they hotboxed in Shrek 3. They hotboxed in the carriage, if you remember that.
I thought was that Zooland or Zootopia? What's that movie called?
Zoolander? Ben Stiller?
No, the fucking God, you fucking idiot.
No, the one
yeah, I thought that was DreamWorks, but that's Pixar, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm doing something. Go later. I don't know.
Interrupted by his mom again, right?
Yep.
This got to be like the fourth time, right?
Daddy cannot drive you.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to wrap up the podcast.
All right.
It's a podcast. It's not a game.
What's that?
It's Ryan and Omar.
What?
All right, guys,
All right.
we have to do an emergency ending to the podcast.
We'll see.
He'll be back, okay?
Yeah, let me finish this, please. All right, Ryan, Omar, you guys have any last minute things you want to say?
No, go ahead. Go.
Wash your hands, guys. Happy New Year.
Yeah, wear a mask. Happy New Year.
All right, to our viewers, I'm sorry. Blame my mom. Having a good time to say blame her. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Peace.
I ain't been up on the block in a minute. I've been missing out the walk with the minute. I've been building up the blocks like a minute. Elliot, the water dripping out the city. Oh my God, boy, he got a Glock. Oh my God, boy, that boy on top.